Elizabeth Cookye, we're here with another wonderful fun-filled episode, Season 6, Unleashing the Gaijin Otaku Experience here on the Japanese home front. That's the name of this season, Season 6. Unleashing the Gaijin Anime Experience, or the Otaku Gaijin Spectre. Now, we're walking down to the Gundam Cafe. I tried to film this shit earlier, but it didn't come out because my GoPro went into overheat and died, which I will get my money back for, every red cent. So, from our experience right now, we're going to reach the Gundam Cafe, most likely sit down, eat some food. So tell me, how was your experience here in Japan?
So far, it's been excellent. I've been here once before in 2011. I'm here again for a full month, so I have many more adventures to get myself wrapped into.
Damn, so you'll be here long before I leave, damn.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So I got here on the 31st and I'll leave on the 10th.
Okay.
I didn't think I would stay for a month or attempt to stay for a month. Originally it was supposed to be like 2.5 weeks, maybe 1.5, 2 weeks, something like that.
Okay.
But I decided to just do 10 days because I knew that what I was coming for was basically rare anime media.
Right.
Which is another story in and of itself, Lau. I was really surprised when I got here what I did find and what I didn't find all at the same time.
Well, what did you like most so far in your visit? From what you found?
That the trains are fast.
Yeah, and efficient. Like everything just runs on time. Even when it's crowded to the max, it still gets to its destination no matter what. Like, no delays here. It's amazing.
So for a moment, we'll enter into the cafe into a second. I just want everyone to see what the complex plaza is. But before we do, my apologies. Please do introduce yourself. We've been friends for many years. Let us know who you are.
My name is Travis. I'm also known online as Black Lion Oro on PS3. I used to be known as Ouroboros 18 on Xbox 360. And like Cookye here, I'm also known in the CF community for fighting games and such, so we go way back.
You do know that Sketch put on Facebook that there's going to be another CF movie? It's called The Lost Arcade, another documentary.
Yeah, I think doesn't that have L.I. Joe and a couple others that we know in it as well?
Yeah, but according to the video, the star of the show actually is Kuma. Peter. He used to work at CF with Sam. He was homeless for a while and was living inside the arcade.
Really?
Yeah, so it's about a lot of his story. I'm quite sure L.I. Joe is a part of it.
Okay.
But I do know that Alfred Anthony, a.k.a. Sketch, or Helgen X here in Japan, he's going to be in it too, so he has a lot of contributions to the video. I wish I could have been a part of the video. I would have loved to talk not only about Chinatown Fair, but also more items. More topics, I mean. They don't really talk about Penguin Village. They don't talk about Chinatown as a whole. They just kind of stick to the arcade. But everything was connected at the time. People who went to the arcade also went to Penguin Village. They also went to Elizabeth Street Center Mall.
Right, yeah.
We also went to all the bootlegging VCD and video game shops at a time where you can buy those things to screen your games before you bought them if you wanted them that bad. Okay. So, they don't even talk about J&L, so it's just strictly that and that only, and ignoring the entire perimeter. But it's okay, I'm not a hater. People make their movies how they like.
Exactly.
Okay, on to the Gundam Cafe. So we're here. This is, right now we're standing in front of the Akihabara station. This is the JR line right here.
Yes.
So there is, I came on the G line, the Ginza line, which is the train behind us on the main strip.
Okay.
So to get to the JR station, you have to go somewhere off the beaten path, but it's within the same area. So those you can see this Akihabara station. Now, while we're here, underneath the station, which you can see the train is located above, there's the AKB48 Cafe and Movie Theater for those who are interested in like the pop idol group band. They're like a bunch of female idols that do music. And so next to the AKB48 Cafe and Movie Theater is the Gundam Cafe, which is our objective.
It's a stark difference from what I'm used to seeing on a Sunday back in New York. Even on a Sunday here, everybody's out and about. Whereas Sundays back there,
everything is like shut down and shit.
Shut down and closed. You don't really see many people about, so it's.
Oh, as a side note, when you get a chance, make sure you make yourself over to, I believe it's in Shinjuku, the Capcom Cafe.
Yeah,
the Capcom Cafe was nice. I went there. I was there with Beast actually.
Okay.
And my friends from college were here too.
Oh.
They just
knew about them coming in, or was it
I
a surprise?
did not. This was a surprise.
Oh, that's nice.
They got friends that are stationed here in the military, and my friend from college is also military as well, finishing up some of his, I guess, active time, but he's on vacation at the moment. So what I noticed is that when he told me that he was here, I said, well, let's meet up. We all ended up going to the Capcom Cafe together.
Very nice.
So
yeah, I gotta check that out.
Okay, so here we are. This is the Gundam Cafe.
And it looks crowded, actually, from what I'm seeing on the outside right now.
So what I've noticed, I've been in there once already. I didn't really get a chance to film the way I wanted to, but I will now. Oh, it is crowded. I guess when I got there earlier, I got this drink right here.
And it wasn't so much?
No, it's about, I think, 450 yen.
Okay.
450 yen for this drink right here.
And what was that?
This was like some purple and blue soda. So just like the Capcom Cafe, there are drinks and cuisine on the menu that represent certain characters within the given series. Now Gundam is one of those mech anime that help redefine the politics, or the way we see politics in an anime. I've seen maybe certain series of Gundam, but I've never seen them all in its entirety. Mainly because I'm pretty much a music person. Gundam has great music, but if you're not into like serious mech, then Gundam is not for you. It's one of those anime where it doesn't have a continued storyline. It's separate from one another. There's some timelines that connect to one another, and then there's some timelines that are totally off the beaten path with Gundam. All in all, each Gundam series doesn't necessarily connect, unlike Macross, where they all connect at some point, with an exception of maybe one series, which is Macross 2, which I'm one of the huge fans of, you know.
What was the Gundam series that showed on Toonami back in the day? Was it Gundam Wing?
I believe it was Wing. And then they also showed the movie Endless Waltz, which, for those who don't know, the theme song to that movie was called White Reflection. You know, unfortunately, I know of all the music, but know very little of the anime, except for it's like highly political. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 episodes here and there, but not really like sitting down watching it religiously.
Right.
Macross would be my thing, which I'm surprised because they don't have a Macross cafe out here. And they don't have an S&K cafe, which would have been great.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not in Akihabara. Maybe it's in another city.
No, and I wouldn't be surprised because S&K had such a turbulent history with holding on to its rights. It went out of business just about, and then it was resurrected by a Korean company named Playmore, all the way up until maybe a year ago when they gave up the rights, and a Chinese company now owned the S&K rights. And through this new Chinese company that's producing everything, they are now going to be releasing a long line of series and make KOF into a franchise. So that means the return of Samurai Spirits, Akari Warriors, Kazuna Encounter, Metal Slug, King of Fighters, Garo Densetsu Fatal Fury. The list goes on, and Psycho Soldier.
And that's actually confirmed, or is it just speculation?
No, this is confirmed.
Okay.
This is confirmed. In fact, they're the ones who helped the backing to KOF 14. And with the success of this game, we'll now see, hopefully, a live-action movie. We'll see anime based upon it. And my thoughts is, this is great because not everybody knows the wonderful world of S&K. And if they was to do a King of Fighters anime, they'll pay tribute to it correctly by breaking it up into 4 separate arcs. You know, you'll have the Orochi Saga, you'll have the Ness Saga, you'll have the New Hero Saga, and now you'll have the new saga that's beginning, which is the Black Dragon Saga. For those who don't know, the Black Dragon Saga is hinted in King of Fighters 2000 and 2001 through the Psycho Soldier's ending. So you have to play the game to beat the game with almost everyone. In the Psycho Soldier's ending, they talk about the legendary Black Dragon, which is now coming to surface now as the newest arc. I wasn't really feeling the preview because I'm like, my girl Vice gets her ass handed to her by one of the members of the Black Dragon to the new arc, and I was like, fuck. It was like, fuck this Orochi, you know. So it was like, damn. I was like, okay. You know, she had to like escape along with Mature. So like, okay, this must be serious. Now I want to play the game. I'm like, what happened? You know, they done manhandled my girl like that after she fucking returns after so long. I'm like, damn. Okay. You know, but I'm excited. I'm hoping that I will have the time that I'd like to play the game. Oh, good. We can now get in. Let's do this. Woohoo. All right. Another restaurant that I actually went to as well while I was here, my friend Brian. I'm going to give a shout out to you. Shout out to you, Brian, actually. He's lived here for about 4 years. He was a school pal of mine.
Okay.
I was in elementary school at the time. He was in high school. You know, of course, it was a big gap then, but we were close friends. We still remain friends all these years. His dream was to move here to Japan, do the JET and NOVA program.